How's it going, guys? My name is TJP, and welcome to our very first Madden NFL 23 franchise rebuilding video. So, just some basic rules to get out of the way. It's 3 seasons. That's the first thing. Secondly, injuries will be on for the normal team rebuilds. Thirdly, we're going to be using a draft class. I forgot the name of the creator. I will put that on the screen as well as pointed out later on in the video, but yeah, we'll be using just for the 23 draft. I don't know if there's a 24 yet or 25. Not that those really matter. So we'll definitely do the 23, though, for sure. And the way we're going to be doing this, so we're starting off with the Jaguars. It'll be AFC, NFC based on record, so I'll just alternate between the two. And there might be some name butchering, some trades that are being made. You know, again, I have 3 seasons. I'm going to try to get as many people as I can on the team. So if you're expecting, like, realistic rebuilds, that is not what this is. So, again, you know, if you skip the first 5 seconds and you say it's not realistic, they never do that, yeah, obviously, because this is not meant to be a realistic rebuild. None of these videos will be realistic rebuilds. So, yeah. I guess, with all that being said, if you guys enjoy the content, leave a like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments below some more videos, social down in the description. We got a playlist down below for other Madden 23 videos, as well as check out my channel if you like content from me. And I guess with that being said, gameplay. So let's take a look at the roster that we've got going on here with some of our guys. So we'll take a look at the roster very quickly. The depth chart. You know, I'm not going to go too in depth with every single player on the team, but we've got Brandon Scherf. We've got Josh Allen, Shaquille Griffin, James Robinson, Christian Kirk. Darius Williams is here. What's going on, Darius? Marvin Jones Jr., Logan Cook, Evan Ingram. Got Foyesad Olukun, Fadukasi, Chenault Jr., we got Trav, Dwayne Smoot, Zay Jones, Walker, obviously Trevor Lawrence is our quarterback, so we'll see how he can progress. So, I mean, you know, there's some work to be done with the team. I'd say we're relatively young, though. I think our oldest player is, 32 years old. So, that's a pretty young team. And a lot of our guys, I feel like, are under the age of 25 and younger. Like, about half of our team is pretty young. So, yeah, it's a young team. Definitely rebuilding, but there's some potential here. So let's take a look at our depth chart in a sense. It's really not depth chart, but I forgot the name of it. Let's see. It's the improved team, which basically tells us our team needs and kind of just where we rank. So it is technically a depth chart per se. It does have that element. So we don't have a fullback. Fullback does not matter in this game. Our lines could use some work. We could use a left guard, center. We might need some work on our right end, our right tackle. I guess we need a better kicker. We could just literally pick up Josh Lambo if we wanted to. So, yeah, I'm gonna look around, see if we can make a couple free agent signings. Maybe if there's a trade or two we want to make. But I do want to keep our draft picks and try to draft somebody in the 23 draft. So let's see what moves we can make, if it's anything good. If not, I'll probably just simulate it to the mid-season point and show you guys where the Jaguars are ranked. All right, just going to add a couple free agents here. So Eric Flowers, you know, since he's here in free agency, we are going to pick him up, give him a 1-year contract. That should be okay. So left guard, just a slight improvement. Same thing here. I'm going to pick up Trey Hopkins. He's a scheme fit, so we're going to pick him up just for this season. Nothing too incredible. I mean, it's not going to make a huge difference for the team. I highly doubt it'll make us a playoff team, but it's better than what we had before. So just a couple moves there. We got 75, full roster. I'm going to see if there's a trade, like I said, we can make maybe. Maybe we can even try to get more draft picks. That'd be kind of nice. Okay, I traded away Beat Hard and Matisic, because they just were not going to be very useful for my team. Clear up some space, and we'll just get like a 7th round pick from the Broncos for that, and we'll just sign a replacement QB. I'll pick up Blake Bortles. I think he could be like our backup QB for Trevor Lawrence. I'd rather have him than beat Hart. So I think those are all the moves we're going to make. Let's just simulate, I guess, to the midseason point and see how this team is doing. Well, we're at the midseason and we're somehow 6-1. I did not think we'd be 6-1. Wembley Stadium. Wait, isn't that the London game? Wembley. Sounds like a stadium. That sounds like a soccer stadium. I don't know. Either way, it would sound like it'd be one too. Wow, 6-1. I'm kind of shocked. Did not see that happening. Let's take a look at the. They kind of switched up this slightly, but not really. I guess we can look at the stats. I wanted to see the standings. Isn't there a way you can see? Yeah, okay. Hold on a second. My connection is being garbage. Okay, so here we are. Yeah, okay. There are the standings. So let's take a look at those really quickly, and we'll also look at how we're doing through the team thing. So yeah, we're currently sitting at 6-1, which in terms of our NFL rank is pretty solid. I don't know how we're going to do in the second half of the season, but so far so good. Take a look at the team ranks. Our offense is kind of middle of the road. Our defense, our rushing is good. Our defense is not allowing that many points, which is pretty solid. Our pass rush and defensive yards per game, again, middle of the road, so pretty good, though. I mean, I'll take it. I'm pretty happy about that. Let's take a look at the stats and just see how some of our guys are doing. So Trevor Lawrence looks like he's having a pretty solid season so far. I didn't even realize we have a ton of quarterbacks. I did not need to sign Blake Bortles, but I did. But yeah, 16 TDs, only 3 interceptions, 68% completion percentage at a QB rating of, or passer rating 107.6, which is pretty gosh darn solid for Trevor Lawrence. Rushing, James Robinson and Travis Etienne Jr., pretty solid as well. Nothing too incredible, like 4.6, 4.1. But they're playing pretty well. Receiving, Marvin Jones. He's got 433 reception yards. We got Christian Kirk, 427. We got Evan Ingram, 9 TDs, which is pretty solid. Love to see that from him. Chenault Jr. is doing pretty good. So, yeah, all of our receivers have over 400, which is pretty solid. 3 receivers and tight end. Our blocking, for the most part, seems to be pretty good. We haven't had too many sacks, which is nice. Sacks allowed. Our defense, let's take a look at our sack amounts for the QBs. I love looking at that. Smoot with 3. Robertson Harris with 1.5. We got Olukum with 1. Josh Allen's got 1. Fadakazi's got 1. Pretty good. Okay, so defense, not too bad. Ryan Santoso, 5 of 6. I mean, the kicking is due toward it, and then we got our punting, Logan Cook, kick return, and punt return. If you guys want to take a look at that, I'm not really going to look too much into that. Let's take a look at the team stats. Kind of curious to see how we're doing in terms of some basic rankings. Looks like in terms of offensive yards, we were 9th. Our defense, let's take a look at that as well. We're going to look at those, see where we rank here. Kind of in the middle of the pack. So, top 10 offense and then like a mid defense, which is, I guess, good enough for a 6-1 record. 14th. Okay, so top half of the league, which is pretty good. I'll take it. All right. I'm not going to make any trades. We're just going to keep the team the way it is and see if we can make the playoffs. I'd be ecstatic if we do. Well, good news here. We went 10-7 on the season, which is pretty good. In the AFC South, we had pretty good record. I guess enough to... Was it enough to clinch the postseason? It was... Wait. I thought it was not... Wait. I thought it was 10-7. No, it was 9-8. Okay, so we didn't make it. I thought we were 10-7. Maybe I read that wrong. I did read that wrong. Shoot. Okay, so we did not make the playoffs. I apologize. I thought we did, but we did not. So we missed out. We choked. Okay, so we actually did choke. That's what I figured. The bottom right corner, we got the Cowboys and the Cardinals. So, unfortunately, did not make the playoffs. I wasn't expecting to, but then I got excited because we were 6-1, but then we went 3-7 after the midseason. So, I don't know why I thought we had made it, but it is what it is. I read that wrong. So, let's take a look at the end of season stats and see how we did. So, Trevor Lawrence had a pretty solid season. I mean, 4,500 over 4,500 passing yards. Had a 64% completion percentage. 36 touchdowns, only 13 interceptions. That's not too bad. 97.7 passer rating. We'll take that. We'll take that. He should only improve from there. Robinson and Trav, about the same. Like in terms of yardage, in terms of average, James Robinson was a bit better, which kind of makes sense. Our receiving, we got Kirk and Jones with over 1,000 each. And then we had Chenault Jr. with 814, Ingram with 794. In terms of our blocking, we've got, it was okay. I mean, a little weak on that left tackle. Looks like might want to get somebody better than Robinson. In terms of our defense, how did we do on sacks and interceptions? Smoot led the team in sacks, 8.5. And with interceptions, we had 3 from Olukun. We got Griffin getting 3, Lloyd with 2, Walker with 2, Williams and Herndon each with 2 as well. And then Wingard and Jenkins also had 1 as well. Kicking, 15 to 21% Toso. Okay. And then punting, kick return, in case you guys like this. And punt return. Yeah, not too much there. So, our offense took a bit of a dip in the second half of the season. You guys can see we finished 19th in terms of total yards, or total offensive yards, I guess. So, defensively, we were also bottom half of the league, which is not amazing. But, there's a chance that we could still improve this team, so I'm not too worried about that. In terms of our awards, let's see if we had anybody win an award. MVP, Josh Allen. Coach of the Year, Daniel Hackett. So obviously we didn't have anybody win an award. So I guess we'll just simulate, see who wins the Super Bowl, and then go on to the offseason and the draft. So the Packers won the Super Bowl, and as you can see the awards, we did not have any of our guys win Rookie of the Year. Montreal Washington, Offensive Rookie of the Year for the Broncos. And Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Giants, we had Kevon Thibodeau, right outside linebacker. And then you guys can see everything else there. So, on to the offseason we go. Alright, so I did a couple player re-signings. It looks like some of my guys do want to test free agency, but I was able to re-sign Evan Ingram, so that's pretty cool. I'm more focused on the draft, I guess. So, I guess we'll just, we'll simulate the free agency, of course, and see if we can sign anybody, but I definitely want to see if we can draft anybody for this team and make a couple trades. So I went through free agency, so this is who we ended up getting. So we did re-sign Robinson. We picked up David Edwards to be our left guard. We got Donovan Wilson as a safety. We got Malik Reed because we lost out on Josh Allen, which is a little annoying, but it's fine. Andre Dillard is here, and then we also picked up Quentin Spain for a left guard. It's not too bad. Decent free agency. We've got the draft. I do need a right end, so we'll see who we can draft potentially or trade for. But I'll see you guys with the draft. I need a right end, so I think I'm going to do with our first pick. We're going to go with Zach Strong out of West Virginia, power rusher. I do need a right end, so seems like he'd be a good fit for our team, so we're going to take him. And he, I guess, will be our right end. I don't know if he'll be our starter, but he's going to be on the team for sure. So we're going to take him. He is got some decent stats, good acceleration, not too bad of agility and change of direction, pretty good jumping, good speed, and very good strength. So awesome pick from us. I think that's a pretty solid pick. Let's give you guys a quick little draft recap. We did take some other players here. We got Stromberg out of Arkansas. We got Dante Demus Jr. We got Greg Barrett, C.J. McClain, Bryson, Eric Jordan, Raheem Jarrett. So we had a decent amount of picks. I mean, we're going to trade most of our picks for 2024 and 2025 for some better players, more NFL-ready players. rather than young guys, rookies, since I think we're pretty set there. So I'm going to advance, I guess, to the start of the second season. And I'll see you guys once I'm there. Looking at Season 2, we've still got Brandon Scherf, Griffin, Robinson, Kirk, Darius Williams, Evan Ingram's up, Logan Cook, Fadakasi, Olukun, Chenault Jr. You guys can see Trevor Lawrence up to an 80. The team, there's some guys that definitely improved, have been upgraded, and are developing. Again, it's still a pretty young team. We still got 2 more seasons. I'm definitely going to make a couple trades, though, to try to see if we can improve some of our positions. I do think I need to sign a kicker as well. I don't think we did that, but that's not that big of a deal. Let's take a look at the improved team, take a look at our depth chart, and see where we are needed. So, yeah, I think we're okay with quarterback. Fullback doesn't really matter too much. I don't even know why the CPU decided to draft a fullback. Our center, we got our rookie, which isn't too bad. Same thing here with our right end. I think Zach is going to be playing that, so that's fine. Maybe we can try to trade for him. I still need a left end, and I might just try to trade for one instead of sign one in free agency. So I want to do that. Our short safety isn't too bad, but Cisco could probably look to improve there. So I'm gonna see there's a couple trades we could try to make this team better. So I'll try to move some of my picks, and I'll see you guys once I have a trade. All right, so we made a trade with the Dolphins. We've got Ugba and Waddle, so needed a left end. We got another wide receiver because we wanted another wide receiver. I also got a 6th-round pick for them for our 1st, 2nd, and 3rd-round pick. So 3 picks. So welcome to the team, guys. All right, so second trade for now. Looks like trades are actually fixed. I remember they used to glitch out on me. But we got Morris, Milano, and Elam. So from the Bills, so we upgrade our center position, our right outside linebacker, and then we also get another cornerback who fits the scheme. 2 guys fit the scheme there. So that's pretty solid. I do want to sign a kicker, so we'll probably just pick up a kicker for relatively cheap. I'll show you guys that, and then we're just going to start simulating. I pick up Zane Gonzalez. He'll be our kicker for the upcoming season for the Jaguars, and that's pretty much it. I think this is going to be our team they're going to be rocking with for now. If I need to make a trade at the deadline, I will, but we had a good season last year. We definitely played above our expectations. Hopefully this season we can kind of just sustain that through the second half of the year. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys at the mid-season point. That magic that we had in the first year has not been sustained, as we are currently sitting at 2-5, which is not good at all. So not looking like we're going to be making the postseason, the playoffs, but unless we have a really good second half of the season, but it not looking too hot. In terms of our stats, let's take a look and see who's doing well and who's not. Looks like Trevor Lawrence is having a bit of a down season now. He did good in his first year in this video. Second season, not as great, which is a little unfortunate. But in terms of our rushing, Robinson 340. Yeah, that's a little bit down. ETDs. Trev has got 3 TDs. Okay. Might want to look to upgrade our running back position there. Jalen Waddle, who we traded for, has done pretty solid, though, for us. Christian Kirk, Chenault, Ingram, they've been pretty good, I guess, for the most part. I mean, a little low on the receiving yards, but I guess that's also, again, because Trev has not thrown the ball as great this season. Our blocking, a little bit better. Cam Robinson still giving up a decent amount of sacks, so still might want to upgrade that left tackle there. But I guess, there's probably just a lot. He's also playing a lot more attempts, maybe, so that's probably part of the reason why. Foyesad has been leading our team in tackles. Then we got Williams and Milano. In terms of our sacks, Trayvon Walker's got 4. Same thing with Fadakasi. Manuel Ogba's got 3. 2 for Milano, 1 for Reed. Interceptions, we've got 2 for Williams and Harris, as well as Campbell. And then Devin Lloyd, Griffin, and Elam also have a sack as well to their name. 4 for Zane Gonzalez, that's pretty solid. And then our punting, kick return, and punt return. Those that are curious, you guys can pause and take a look. Our offense is pretty trash. And again, I think that's partially due to the fact that Trevor Lawrence is not playing up to standards. And yeah, definitely. Our rush is also pretty low, I feel like, too. I feel like our rush is near the bottom as well. Yeah, both. Both are kind of near the bottom, so we kind of need to work on that. Our defense is also the worst in the NFL in terms of allowing a lot. Yeah, our defense, we're allowing a lot of yards, both passing, which is it's top half, and then our rush, we're allowing the most by over 100 yards from the next team. So pretty bad. Need to improve our defense. Maybe we can see if we can make a trade, mid-season trade to improve our defense, but it's not looking too hot. Probably gonna have to make just trades in the offseason, and free agency might be important as well. But let's see if there's a trade we could potentially make to improve this team, but I highly doubt it. All right, 2 fourth-round picks for Jack Conklin from the Browns, so he'll be our new right tackle. Fits the scheme. So that's the only trade I'm going to make. We're just going to see him the rest of the season and just try to improve this team in free agency in the off season. So we ended the season 5-12. Definitely pretty bad. Not as good as we did last season, which is a little odd. Yeah, if you look at our team rankings, pretty garbage except for our defensive pass, which is kind of middle of the road. But yeah, I guess it was just a down season for our offense as well, because we just did not play that great. 5-12. Surprisingly, a lot. The worst team was 4-13, so which is, interesting. So I guess pretty balanced for the most part. You'd think that the worst team would have like 3 wins, 2 wins, but 4. In terms of stats, let's take a look at that, see how we did here. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence, a little bit of a down season. From last year. I mean, hopefully he can have a better year next year. Same thing with our rushing. Robinson, 801, not too bad, though. Trav with 424. 14 TDs. I mean, that's not too bad. I mean, maybe you have to run the ball a little more. I do want to get another running back, though. I still think that running in this game is pretty gosh darn important. So if we get like a godly running back, that could probably eliminate half of our problems. Waddle and Kirk were pretty good. Then Chenault was pretty decent. So yeah, our receivers weren't too bad. I mean, 8 TDs, 6 TDs, 7 TDs, 7 TDs. Pretty solid blocking. How do we do there? Not too bad. Jack Conklin. Yeah, so you can say the downs played. It's not too bad. Robinson, 10, so he did pretty good, better in the second half after the midseason because he had 7, and he only allowed 3 other sacks. Their blocking isn't awful. There could be some improvement there, but it's decent. Ugba led my team in sacks as well as Fadukasi. Each had 7. Walker with 5. Milano with 3. And then we also had, interception-wise, Milano had 4, which is kind of interesting. Anthony Harris, 4 as our short safety. And then we had Tyson Campbell with 3. Lloyd with 2. Same with Williams. Griffin had 2, and then Elam had 1. And then kicking, 12-13 for Zane. And then punting, kick return, and punt return, all right here as well. You guys can take a little pause at that. And yeah, as you guys can see, like, our offense was garbage. I mean, we were literally bottom of the barrel at offense. And then our defense was obviously not much better, as we were second worst in terms of total yards allowed. I mean, I could have just do this. It's probably easier, but yeah, very bad. Let's take a look at the awards, though, see who just won, in case you were curious. Burrow was the MVP, and then we had Coach of the Year, Zach Taylor. All right, I guess let's just simulate. Hopefully we've got one more season, though. We need to do better in our final year. Try to make the playoffs. That'd be kind of nice. So let's see who wins the Super Bowl, and then get on to our offseason. So Super Bowl 58 has the Titans beating the Lions. Interesting. As you get to see the rest, so we had Will Levi's Offensive Rookie of the Year, and then we had Will Anderson Jr. Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Lions. Impressive stuff. I didn't know you could do this. Oh, that's nice. Maybe I did know that, actually. Okay, cool. All right, let's go to the off-season. We got one more year. All right, so we're in free agency. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of cap space, so I'm going to have to see if I can free up some cap space here. Who is taking up salary here? Let's see. Robinson, Ingram, Walker, Kirk, Zach Strong. Okay, our rookie. Yeah, so I'm going to see if we can try to free up some money here. And just enough to maybe sign a couple guys. I do want to re-sign Griffin. But if I can't, I can't. But I do want to make a couple trades as well at some point with our 2026 picks, since we're not going to be using those. Let's see if I can try to free up some cap space now, though. All right. I had to make this trade here to clear up some cap space. So Olukun, Robinson, Jones, Matthews, and a 2025 fifth-round pick. So we're going to have a little bit of money in free agency. So thank you, Falcons. Appreciate it. Right, so I traded away Dillard, Williams, and a fifth-round pick to the Jets for Whitehead and Gardner. So both fit my scheme, which is pretty solid. And again, we shed a little bit of cap room because I do want to re-sign some guys and try to sign some players. So perfect stuff there. Let's go into free agency, see what we can pick up. And yeah, we'll try to make some even more trades potentially. This is who we ended up signing. So we picked up Jordan Brooks, mid linebacker, fits our scheme. So add another linebacker to the team. Got Van Jefferson, pretty solid wide receiver. Also picked up Bryce Hall, and then Jerry Tillery to be another right end for us. Another right end. So let's take a look at what we've got going on. So the team, I think, has gotten better, but we're gonna have to simulate and find out. So I'll see you guys at the start of the third and final season, where I might try to make another trade or two before we actually start to simulate. But Jalen Waddle, we got him at an 89. Then we got Scherf still here, Robinson, Kirk, Brooks, Emmanuel Ogba, Deion Jones, Ingram still here. We got Trev Lawrence, Van Jefferson, Fatukasi, Bryce Hall, who we picked up. Not that Bryce Hall, this Bryce Hall. And we still got Trav on the squad, Jake Matthews, Logan Cook, Sauce Guard. That's a great name. Love Sauce. Jack Conklin. So yeah, I mean the team seems to be a bit better. I think we got better for sure. But there are still a couple moves that I think we can make. I obviously think I need to sign a kicker, but that's not that big of a deal. I do want to try to get another halfback, though, running back, because that might help us out, especially if Trevor Lawrence isn't going to throw the ball that much or not throw that great. I would love to get Christian McCaffrey. He's looking right at me in the face. I'm talking about you, buddy. If we got him, it'd be crazy, but I don't think I'm going to get him. But we're just going to decline these offers for Campbell. I am going to see where we do need to improve our team. I'm sure we could probably round it out a little bit better. But I think for the most part, it's pretty solid. Yeah, really. I think our worst position is right end and free safety. We could probably use a better free safety, but Donovan Wilson at 76 isn't too bad. And then right end, we have Jerry Tillery, and then our rookie from last season, Zach Strong, which is pretty cool. But everything else has been pretty solid. I mean, fullback, like I said, doesn't really matter too much. Do we have a kicker? Oh, we do have a kicker. Logan Cook. I guess, well, he could kick, but do we have any money in free agency? I guess if we could sign Chris Boswell, but I don't know if I can afford him. Oh, I can. You know what? We're going to sign Chris Boswell, so he'll be our kicker. There you go. You saw that. So there you go. We have a consistent kicker now. I do want to see if there's a potential trade we can make, though. One more trade for another halfback. And that way Trav will now just be like our third string. So let's see if we can make a trade. All right, a second-round pick and 2 fifth-round picks for Mitchell from the 49ers. So he will be our, I guess, second-string running back now. Not the guy I was technically looking for, but we didn't have a lot of cap space. I still have my first-round pick, though, so if I need to make a deal at the mid-season point, I will. But I like the team. I think it's pretty solid. Let's see what the game thinks. So I'm going to simulate the midseason, and we'll show you the stats. See you then. Okay, so we are at the midseason point, 4-3 right now. Colts are 5-2. Titans are 4-3, coming off their Super Bowl. It's not bad, but I think we can make another trade. I think we might have to for a first-round pick and try to get another player. But let's take a look at those stats and see how the team is doing. Where are we? Stats. Yeah, we need a really good second half of the season. I mean, I will say Trevor Lawrence having a better season so far. So liking that. Much better season from Trevor Lawrence. Loving this. This is what I expected last season, unfortunately. But I guess he took a little break. Robinson and Mitchell are now my tandem. Looks like Trav is not playing. So we might actually look to move him as well. Maybe we move him to try to get somebody. Kirk, Ingram, Waddle, and Jefferson doing pretty solid. Dante Miss Jr., okay. 6 TDs for Kirk, by the way. That's pretty solid. Our blocking seems to be excellent this year, so that's good to see. So loving the blocking. Not allowed a lot of sacks. Our defense, QB sacks, who's leading. Ogbo with 3.5, 2 for Walker. And Brooks Tillery got 1 and then half for Milano because he's just half. I guess he got it with the Ogbo. In terms of interceptions, we've got 7 as a team. Whitehead, Hall, Wilson, and Jones. Our kicking, 5 of 8. Okay, Chris. What are you doing, Chris? Punting, kick return, and punt return. All right. Yeah, our offense is top 5 this season, so that is good to see. Curious to see where our rush is. It's top 5 because we have 2 good running backs. If we had a top running back, it would be even higher. So again, I feel like running is pretty important. But again, we're only 4-3 right now, so our defense is still bottom 5, so that's a problem. What do we need? Pass yards, maybe some better cornerbacks, and our rush though is bottom half. So we can look to improve our defense a little bit. So I might try to move like our first round pick and Trav, as well as maybe like a 3rd round pick. Maybe try to get like a cornerback and also maybe a couple cornerbacks and maybe a safety, something like that, to help our defense a little bit because our offense has been pretty solid. So as long as that continues, we should be okay. But let's see if there's one more trade that we can make to make this team, well, a contender. All right, an over trade with the Cowboys, but it's fine. So we're trading away Travis 1st and 3rd. So we get Hooker, Nelson, and Van Pran, I guess the rookie that the Cowboys drafted. So a couple scheme fits. I think this improves our defense a little bit. Maybe not too much, but it could help. I mean, again, Trav was not getting a lot of attempts anyway. Actually, he didn't even get a single attempt. So that is it. That's the last trade I'm making. Hopefully that's enough to push us into the playoffs and improve our defense a little bit for the second half of this season. Let's do it. Let's simulate. It looks like we went 11-6. So pretty solid. Looks like we're in the wild card. So it did make the playoffs. Yes, we did. We made the playoffs as a wild card team. So that worked. That helped. I think those moves helped. That's awesome. We're taking on the, I think it said the Bengals, which I don't even know where they finished. They were 9-8. So, but again, single game. You know, there's no guarantee that we beat them. But let's upgrade our players just to make sure. Boom. They'll be better. Bryson, it'll be better. But let's take a look at the stats. I'm kind of curious to see how we did. So, made it in our 3rd season playoffs. That's an improvement for sure. And Trevor Lawrence eclipsed 5,000 passing yards, which is awesome to see. 70% passer completion rate percentage, 110.9 pass rating. That's what we like to see from him. 45 TDs, 14 interceptions. James Robinson had a really good season as well. Ran like crazy, over 1,400 yards, which is nice. And then Mitchell with 448. So 17 touchdowns. And then 11 respectively for Mitchell. So good stuff from them. We had three receivers because Ingram's kind of tight end. With over 1,000 reception yards, which makes sense. 856 for Jefferson. Then DeMoss had 262. And yeah, a lot of touchdowns as well. 10 TDs for him, 9 for Waddle, 7 for Ingram, and 11 for Christian Kirk. He was awesome. Our blocking was also much improved this season. We had only, 7 was our highest sacks allowed. That was Jake Matthews, but he also played over 1,200 downs, so makes a lot of sense there. Jones had the most tackles on the team by far in terms of sacks, 8.5 for Ogba, Walker at 4.5, 3 for Fadakasi and Tillery, respectively, and then, yeah, pretty solid stuff there, as you guys can see. Interceptions, looked like we had like about 12 as a team, which is pretty good. So, yeah, definitely our defense stepped it up in the second half of the year, I think. And our offense, obviously, was still pretty good. Boswell had a better second half of the season. As you guys see, the kick return, punt return, and, yeah, the special teams, I think it was. I don't remember. Oh, look at that. But yeah, number 2 offense literally in the league, which is great. Love to see that. Our rushing, I think, was top 5, so that's nice to see. And our passing was near the top as well. So, good to see there. That's what you like to see. Let's go back for a moment. Defensively, we were still at the bottom. But I think it was better. I don't remember what we were at mid-season point, but I do think that it was a bit better. So, we'll take it. We'll take it. Hey, we made the wild card, so that's all that matters, right? 29th defense. All right. Yearly awards. Did we have anybody win? Probably not. Trevor Lawrence was 7th in the MVP. Dak Prescott was the MVP. Oh, no, Doug Peterson, Coach of the Year. Yay. Nice turnaround. Let's go. All right. All that does not matter. We are now playing in the playoffs. And here's the bracket in case you guys were curious. We got the Cardinals and the Bears in the bottom right corner, since my face cam is blocking it. All right, and there we are. So let's see if we can beat the Bengals in the wild card. Okay, great, we did. And now we're taking on Kansas City, who is the EA's favorite team in Madden 2022, in my opinion. So yeah, we're in the division playoff, taking on Kansas City. They were 10-7. We're going to upgrade Zach Strong because we can. If we win this, we're going to the AFC Conference Championship game. If we lose, then we outro the video, I guess. Let's hope we win. We beat them 31-15, and we are in the AFC Conference Championship game, taking on the Titans, who are trying to go back-to-back. Can we prevent that? That is the question. Well, we're going to find out after I upgrade my players. Let's see. Lost 31-28. Why is it by 3 points, EA? Why? You're 3 points away from getting to the Super Bowl. It's upsetting. And it's the Titans and the Bears. I swear if the Titans win, I'm going to be annoyed. But I guess let's just see who wins the Super Bowl. But good last season, at least. But dang, man, that sucks. All right, well, it looks like the Bears beat the Titans. So the Titans did not win it this go-around. And they're your yearly awards. Rookie of the Year, Charleston Bates from the Jets, and David LaRubio from the Cardinals. So that's it. That's the video. I mean, we got 3 seasons out of the way. This team is in better shape than I feel like it started in, so that's good. But unfortunately, could not get the Super Bowl in 3 seasons. We were literally 3 points away from getting to the Super Bowl and possibly winning. But of course, just couldn't get it done this time. So let's go to that full screen and close out the video. Alright guys, well, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe on it. Let me know down in the comments below some more video ideas, social down in the description, playlist down below for other Madden content as we progress through it. So I will actually say they seem to fix a few things in franchise. It's mostly the same, but they did fix a few of the bugs that I was having issues with last year. For some reason, my connection, I'm playing online, so it still disconnects constantly, but that's, I think, partially my fault. But either way, good first go-around. Unfortunately, we kind of underperformed our second season. I thought maybe if we performed a little bit better, it would have been nice. We overperformed first year, underperformed second year, and then third season, we were pretty good, pretty close to the Super Bowl. I can't win them all, but I think next video, I think it's the Lions. I'll have to double check that, but it should be the Lions. They'll be our first NFC team, but you'll be on the lookout for that regardless. So I guess with that being said, take care, have a great night, see you soon, peace.